Hey, we got to break down the best defense in college football. Might be one of the best defenses in the history of college football. The Georgia Bulldogs. What makes them so great? Let's take a look. Let's take a peek under the hood. All right. 4 things, but listen, there's more than these 4 things. Let's try to just go through a few of them. Talent, scheme, effort, and tackling. First, let's talk about talent. You've got to recruit great, which they have, and you also have to develop. Look at that. They've got 19 5-star players on their roster. That's the most in the country. 33 players that were recruited as 4 or 5 stars just playing defense. That's a staggering amount. By the way, just those 33 4 or 5-star players, if you just had their defensive players, they would be one of the most talented teams in the country. And by the way, Jordan Davis, see this big guy, the key to their defense right in the middle, the nose guard, he was a 3-star. So you know that they're developing the recruits that they do get. And you don't have to be a 5-star in order to dominate. Jordan Davis getting some Heisman buzz. Let's take a look at Jordan Davis and some of that talent. Georgia's defense starts with their front 7, and that front 7 starts with Jordan Davis. Right here, you've got basically even numbers to block the Georgia front 7. But when you've got a nose guard that's going to take the guard and just shove him right into the backfield, get off of that block, and make the tackle, you've got something special. That's talent, folks. Let's take another look at a different play. Georgia's defense is built for their front 7 to run and react and make plays. Arkansas is going to try to get around that left side. Jordan Davis, yeah, I'm 360 pounds, but I'm going to split the double team, and I still have the speed and athleticism to run down the running back on the edge and stop him for a 1-yard gain. That's exceptional stuff from Jordan Davis that speaks to the talent on their defense. Let's take a look now at maybe some of the other elements of this Georgia defense that are really great. Let's take a look at the scheme. What's Kirby Smart doing? Is it elaborate? I would actually argue that it's less elaborate. In fact, they're playing more basic defense and zone coverage in the back end, and that allows their talent to be great. Let's take a look at a play against Georgia. First of all, they're just in kind of a 4-3 defense, kind of a normal defense. And what you're going to see is that they're in straight zone coverage behind it. In past years, they were running more man coverage. But when you have zone, look at all these players. You got a stunt up front, and everyone's covered because of that zone defense. The eyes are on the quarterback. He doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball, and then you get a sack because you got great pass rushers up front. So that's being sound in your scheme. Now, you've also got to be creative and aggressive at times. Do they do that? Yes, they do. Let's take another look at a play against Florida from last week. Now you've got only 2 down linemen right there and 1 stand-up defensive end. As the linemen go upfield, you're going to have a middle plug X, a backer stunt, and watch these 2 guys, the defensive end and the other linebacker, drop into coverage. They're playing zone behind an exotic blitz look, only rushing 4, but the quarterback thinks that he's got to get the ball out of his hands, and now the talent takes over. That's a 275-pound defensive end that's able to tip the ball and get it up there. A tip ball equals interceptions, and they get a turnover in that game. So they're doing everything well. You take a look at this chart. They've got the talent, best in the country. Their scheme, it's perfectly suited to what their talent can do. And then they give great effort. You talk with coaches around the country, and they say things like, man, it seems like Georgia wants to rip your face off on defense. They're running to the football, and then they do not miss tackles. None of those clips, you saw them miss opportunities to make a tackle. The worst defenses in the country, the defenses that are struggling the most in the country, they're the ones that get an opportunity to make a play and then don't make the tackle. You fan bases know exactly what I'm talking about. Those missed tackles drive you insane. So that's what's going on with the Georgia defense. They're doing an amazing job. It's not just scheme. It's about their talent, but it's also about their effort and their ability to make the tackle in the open field. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.